Volkswagen produces and sells vehicles worldwide. Its Germanness is an important selling point, but the company is equally at home in China, Brazil, and the US. Its dependence on foreign markets may soon come to bite. Recently, a challenging auto market, especially when it comes to electric vehicles, and possibly miscalculation by management, have started to derail its success. Homegrown and global problems. New vehicle demand is down in Europe and may never reach pre-pandemic levels that once saw 17 million vehicles sold a year. Demand for Volkswagens, in particular, is in crosshairs, especially as Chinese rivals take over the global market for electric vehicles. You see, this is where they hunt for the natural resources in Africa, and being that most, at least at the moment, almost 6 African countries has asked the French troops to leave their soil, which makes it impossible for EU to be able to be getting some of these natural resources. And African countries are beginning to understand the immense natural resources that they are blessed with or they are endowed with, and they know that the West is hunting for all these things. So it's no longer convenient as it used to be in the past, because people are beginning to wake up. Each countries are beginning to understand what they contribute at a global stage, at the local stage, and all that. So it is making it uncomfortable for them. And China is quite endowed with a massive volume of these natural resources. That is why it's easy for China to engage in these electric cars, and they are making great exploits, even though China is still getting some natural resources from Africa, because the one they have might not be able to meet up with the level of productions they need to carry out in order to meet the targets, or in order to meet the market demands. So that is why you see that since the Russian gas has now been shut down, and it has equally exposed a whole lot of things, and you see that the auto market in Europe is having serious issues, and you see that a whole lot of jobs are being cut. But it is only time will tell. We see how they are going to trying to put this part and parcel together, because most of these car dealers or car markets or car companies, they are shifting their factories now to China, Brazil, where they can get cheap labor, where they can easily get these natural resources in order to produce these cars, and where they get cheap labor. And when they now transport or these finished products back to Europe, they will be making more money than they are making, of which Volkswagen has been one of the biggest employers in Germany. It has been one of the biggest structures of the German economy, and is going to affect the German economy and affect German markets. That one is certain.